like feeling like I'm alone in this world. But when I sit and read a book, it's like the whole world is in my hands. I could create my atmosphere. I could create the lifestyle I desire.
And welcome back to another episode of Attractive Mindset. And today's guest, we have an amazing young lady, and I'm telling you, she's killing the industry, doing different things, health conscious, body conscious, just good spirit, good vibes, good everything. I'm gonna let her tell you a little bit more about herself. We got Kiana in the building.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kiana St. Louis, and I'm just all about healing and growing healthy and wealthy every single day.
Healthy and wealthy. I like that. I like that. And
Yeah.
so, what are some of the ranges you like to dabble in? Because we don't like to restrict anybody to anything specifically, but what would people know you for right now?
Well, right now, people will know me for my hair.
Mm.
They see me and they're like, oh my gosh, you were a model, all this stuff. Which, yes, I do model, but I don't think I took it to the extent of like, being on magazines or being on Vogue and stuff like that,
Do you want to?
Yes, I do, actually.
Okay.
I do. But it's not like a thing where I'm like chasing fame, it's
Mm.
just more so I can get out of my comfort zone and fully walk into my confidence.
That hair is definitely a statement piece of it.
Thank you.
And so when you've always had hairstyles like that?
Not always, no. Yeah. I've been natural for I would say 5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you go on that journey?
So when I was younger, I had a perm. So my hair was always like straight. I always had nice long hair, thankfully. But then it got to the point where I just felt like always putting chemicals in my hair to match a certain beauty standard. It was just doing the most, like always having to straighten my hair, not being free to like go to the pool if I wanted to because, oh, my hair. And I'm like, I'm over that. So, yeah.
Okay. Where are you from originally? From Miami?
Yeah, born and raised in Miami. Well, born in Miami, raised in Broward.
Hey, 954. You got to make that difference.
Right. But I'm Haitian.
Speak Creole?
Yes, sir. And French.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm learning Spanish too. So
Hey,
don't play with
trilingual
it.
over here. Or quadlingual? Because you speak English too.
quadlingual.
So
Yeah.
that's dope. All right.
Mhm.
So your parents are both Creole?
Yeah, both from Haiti.
Mm-hmm. And so we know, I was raised by a Haitian lady. I'm not Haitian, but I was raised by a Haitian lady. We know growing up in that kind of household, they tend to shy away more than not from like the creative categories. Do you feel like that is also maybe part of the reason why you didn't go as far with some of like the modeling or anything in those kind of categories?
It plays a role, definitely, because, when I was younger, having dreams of being a high fashion model, my mom was like, be realistic. Like, like you're only going to be this pretty for so long. Like, like after the looks, what else, So that's what inspired me to not only be, pretty on the outside, but also work on other things like my mindset, my soul, stuff like that.
Would you say you have like an old soul? Do you like Erykah Badu?
Definitely. I'm an old soul.
So you listen to old school music?
I'm just also as far as like how I think.
Mm-hmm.
With the music, I listen to old school music too, but I haven't been tapped into music so much lately only because I'm in a creative zone right now. Like I don't
Really?
Yeah, like I feel like I don't want to be too influenced by other people's creativity.
So when you say creative zone, you mean for music?
Yeah, for music and for my career, for like what I want my life to be right now. So I had to like kind of stop watching TV, listening to music, all of that.
It's kind of extreme.
Yeah, it is, but.
And so what does a day-to-day look like for Kiana?
So a day-to-day would be wake up, thank God, then I go to the gym. I have a gym partner. She's a 64-year-old lady.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
How hold on. We're not finna skip past that. So you 26, she about flipped your age. How did that connection happen? This family friend or something?
No, we met at the gym
Oh
actually.
wow.
And it was through consistency, always seeing each other. And she was doing all these crazy workouts. And I'm like, lady, I can't even do that.
At
Like,
64?
right.
Mm.
So I was just so inspired by her. And I'm like, okay, well, you need to be my coach or something because I want to get like that. When I'm that age, I want to be doing all these crazy workouts. Facts. And, flexibility and all this stuff. Like, it was really inspiring. So I had to, like, put myself in that lady's life. Yeah.
That's dope, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else is on the agenda?
Okay, so then I come back home and then I, shower and then I make myself a smoothie and then I...
What kind of smoothie?
Mostly fruits and sea moss.
Okay, we got the organics in there.
Yeah. So a huge part of why I'm so health conscious is because I've had health struggles my whole life with sickle cell. Yeah, so I've been on a healing journey for a long time and it's just the beginning.
I just really started seeing how intense sickle cell was. I managed an artist out here. And he used to get flare-ups crazy to just end up in the hospital. But, he also smoked a lot too. Mm-hmm. And so, we literally had to take him to the hospital. Wouldn't really do anything for him. But once we took him to, I'm not going to butcher, I want to say Natural Herbs in Lauderhill by the mall, that lady that's there, even the attendants, everybody that's there, like the natural remedies, all that type of stuff that they have. And she would wave like this wand and even on just a wand, like it was like sound therapy, but she wasn't using any like crazy machinery or anything, but she knew exactly before we even said what was wrong with him, what issues he had. And she was like, you're eating this, you're doing this, you need this. And I was just like, wow, that's the breakdown. And him doing his led me to doing mine. But sickle cell is no joke.
No joke, man. No joke. But definitely connect. You got so many people to connect me to.
No, most definitely. Yeah.
I need that too. Like,
she's the plug, and she put him on a whole regimen. And I'm talking about literally, he was like, bro, the pain is so crazy. And after just doing it for even like a week, he was like, bro, I feel natural, where pain meds couldn't even help him in the hospital.
Right.
And he was doing it the organic way. And, he actually finished through with it. But, just to show like the power of just natural remedies and certain things. And so dealing with that, do you feel like that is what really just takes you to the next level when it comes to health and fitness? And I got to go to the gym every day. And
yeah, because every day of my life is for me to do something so I won't be in the hospital or to maximize my life. So when I'm in the hospital, I know, okay, I lived my life to the fullest when I was outside, So, yeah, it plays a huge role in being healthy and living my best life.
Absolutely. Do you feel like you would be the same way as far as like fitness and health if you didn't have that issue?
That's a great question. I feel like as far as the modeling aspects, working out and your looks and stuff does play a huge role. So maybe, but the holistic, natural eating and wanting to, cut out meat and all that stuff.
You don't eat meat either?
I mean, I'm slowly getting off of it now. So yeah, it's a goal for me to not eat meat anymore and not eat seafood, which is so hard because I love me some seafood. But for my health, if I really want to live, that longevity life, fulfilled life, then I have to cut it off.
And so you gonna go vegetarian or vegan?
Now, what's the difference again?
And so vegetarian is like you can still have dairy products and all that type of stuff.
Okay,
vegan is
no dairy.
No dairy products?
No dairy.
Like eggs, all of that stuff?
Okay, maybe not to that extreme.
See, those are dairy products though.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I don't think I've reached that point yet. but maybe, I don't know. I can't tell the future, but
Okay,
right
well,
now I am leaning towards like going to that extreme.
and so what is that shift for you? So let's say, you going towards vegetarian, like when's your I'm done eating meat for good date? Like how do you track that process?
That's a great question because actually had this conversation with myself this week. So I told myself by the end of this year. So I know it
Okay.
doesn't sound like an average person. Okay, January 1st, I'm not doing all this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I gave myself by the end of this year, like to indulge in my, like today actually, I had a craving for this sausage, but like I don't always eat it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, okay, so I'm craving it now. So should I feed into the craving or give out, right? And I fed into it because I know I'm not gonna have it anymore,
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay,
Saying your last goodbyes.
right. I'm like, this is my last goodbyes. I'm gonna have it, and then because I know, like, eventually, my goal is for December is to not crave the meat, like for it to be there and be like, okay, I don't need it, So now it's like slowly, bit by bit, I'll have a little piece, taste it, but it won't be on my plate.
Have you started doing like slow build outs, like 1 week you have meat, next week you don't have meat at all, or you just cut meat out for 2 weeks, 3, 4?
Yeah, so I tested myself for like the weekend, no meat. And then, on throughout the week, I eat like normal meat with my family and stuff, but the weekend. But now I need to do the opposite of the week, no meat. And then
Mm-hmm.
on the weekend, so I'm still figuring it out.
Okay,
But
well, I'm gonna definitely
yeah,
put you onto a key spot that's gonna. You live in Broward or Miami?
Broward
Yeah, I'm gonna put you onto a key spot. It's called Island Sips.
Island Sips.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so
Let
they're
me
a
write that down.
vegan restaurant, and from the moment we even met this dude at an event, like he took vegan food to an entirely new. I don't even want to say level, to an entirely new planet. I'm talking everything organic, everything vegan, everything just top tier, black owned Jamaican business. And I was just like, you can eat it and literally feel like it's regular food.
Right.
And they have certain categories. I had spaghetti and meatballs with them, and the meatballs taste like pure meat, but it wasn't even like the unhealthy Beyond Meat or anything like that. Like it was actual just vegan based, and it was great.
That's amazing. I'm definitely going to try that
They have
out.
smoothies, they have juices, they have desserts. I didn't even know you can make vegan desserts like that. And they made these little yogurt balls that are extremely good and addictive, and you taste the sweetness and it has zero sugar.
Right.
So no, it's
That's
definitely
cool.
dope.
Okay.
Okay. So now you growing up in Miami or in Broward, do you feel that influenced your personality, the way you are?
It plays a role. Yeah.
Why you say it like that?
I would say like as far as my like I saw what I didn't want to be. You get me? So not to like judge anyone or anything, but I just knew that I didn't want to be like, how would I say, a city girl, so they
Okay.
call it. Yeah, it didn't resonate with me.
Okay, so what would you say your personality style is? Like what would people say, like, oh, or what you think they say about, like, oh, you more mellow? Do you like to go out? Do you like reading? Do you like going on vacation? You like staying home? Introvert, extrovert?
I would call myself an introverted extrovert. Well, isn't there a
Okay.
word for that? Ambi.
No, ambidextrous is using both hands.
Okay, no, but there's a word for like being both.
Ambivert?
And something like that, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm both.
Okay.
Hmm.
And so, in you being both, what does that even look like in your friend group?
I don't have that many friends, but I know a lot of
Mm.
people, if that makes sense.
And so,
Like,
how come you're so selective with your friend group?
because I feel like not everyone is able to understand why I am the way I am. Like why I'd rather read a book than go out to the club, you know?
Why would you?
I just feel like the club wouldn't do anything to bring me closer to my healing or
Mm.
my wealth.
Mm.
So
when you say healing, what exactly are you trying to heal? Let's get into it.
Healing as far as my trauma with trust issues with trusting men, trauma with trusting women as well. Healing as far as like, you know, healing financially, healing mentally, as far as like feeling like the whole world is against me, you know, like feeling like I'm alone in this world. But when I sit and read a book, it's like the whole world is in my hands. You know, I could create my atmosphere. I could create the lifestyle I desire.
What kind of books do you gravitate towards?
More so like personal development books, mindset books, and also like books about healing, like different, like there's a book that my friend put me on. I started reading it. Dang, I forgot the name of the book. But basically it's telling you like how different diseases and stuff, they all stem from like an emotion.
That's
Yeah.
deep.
Right.
I gotta wait. You gotta find out the name of that book.
Yeah, I do.
Different diseases stem from an emotion. I've never heard that.
Yeah. So I shared it on my social media, but I had a stroke like 2 months ago in August.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So like I was on a journey of like figuring out why did that happen, you know? Like I know sickle cell plays a role, but like I'm so young, you know? So when she looked up what the stroke was, it was basically saying that I had a fear of change. And I was holding on to past traumas, which caused me to like stroke myself out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was crazy.
Okay. And so in reading, have you read I might be saying the name wrong, but the healing qualities in water or the healing traits in water, something like that?
No, but that sounds like a book I should read.
Yeah. I bought it for somebody else, ironically, because they asked me to pick it up. But in me buying it for them, just skimming through it, and I always do it. I just skim through and I pick like 3 random pages and I read it. But those 3 random pages, they were like talking about the level of talking to your water, and how you treat your water, and even how it passes on to whatever you give it to. And so we put it in our bodies, that's one thing, but how you treat the water, what kind of water it is, and how you can give it to a plant, and they had like tests of giving it to one plant, saying, talking to it a different type of way, treating it a different type of way, thinking about it a different type of way. And then they gave it to another plant, thinking of it in a different way. One plant died, the other one didn't. And they gave it the same amount of water, same brand, same everything, same all of that stuff. And so,
but they just spoke to it differently.
Yeah, they spoke to it differently. They treated it differently. They stored it differently. They did all of that stuff differently. And it was like, man, like when things like that happen for me, at least, I'm like, this world goes deep, on a spiritual kind of level, because it's like, these are things, our body is made up of 70% water. And so even in you mentioning like diseases come from like your emotion and stuff like that, like thinking about how much water in our body is. And so that's why negative thoughts affect us in so many, different type of ways, or all of that type of stuff. And it can get really extreme. And some people can be, middle ground, and some people can be very early level. But no, that's definitely dope. And so you mentioned earlier that you have a business with water.
Right.
And so explain a little bit about that.
Yes. So this water machine, I came across it 5 years ago, and basically it originated in Japan. And we all know that Japan has like their lifespan is longer than the average person, right?
It is.
So This machine originated in Japan. They use it in their hospitals to heal their patients and to sanitize the equipment in the hospitals. And it's also an affiliate program, so you will never see a commercial about this water. It's only if someone tells you about it. But all the big people, all the big celebrities, the presidents, they drink this water. So I'm like, why
Really?
don't people know about this water? You know?
What water? I don't know about the water.
Right. So it's called Kangen water.
Kangen?
Yes,
Okay.
Kangen water. And I could share more information about it. But long story short, this water alkalizes the tap water and takes out all the toxins and chemicals in the water and gives you pure alkalized water. So what people don't know is that water bottles is extremely acidic. Not only because it's in BPH plastic, the plastic dissolves into the water over time. Not only that, the pH of water only lasts for about 2 days. After those 2 days, it becomes acidic.
Oh, wow.
And then you don't even know how long the water sits there before it gets to the shelf and before you buy it. So you could be drinking water that's been there for 5 years and they just brought it on the stock yesterday. And that's the one you picked up.
Wow.
You know, you could have bought a water that was sitting in the sun for 5 hours and then they brought it to the store. And then now it's like you just drunk that water.
So what container is the best container to drink water in?
Glass or copper. Really copper.
Copper.
Yeah.
That's dope. And so this machine, so it's the machine that you have, and you put it on your faucet, or?
Yeah, so it's connected to the faucet.
Okay.
And then it alkalizes the water out. And then I just put it into my big old canteen.
Got it. Okay, that's dope. And that's the only water that you drink?
Only water that I drink.
And so now, how long have you been doing that? And do you feel a difference from water that you used to drink versus this water now?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Especially with sickle cell, like when I'm dehydrated, you can tell by my eyes. I have jaundice, like which is the yellowing of the eyes. So before I would drink so many water bottles and my eyes would still be yellow. But this water, I just drink, a good 2 glasses and I see my eyes are clear. I feel like I'm like the water doesn't make me feel bloated after drinking so much water, Like you ever drink water and then, or you could drink so much water and you still feel thirsty.
Yeah.
Like with this water, you don't feel that.
No, that's dope. No, I definitely got to tap into that. This year I heard something else about a spring. It was a documentary actually where I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all know you're going to probably watch this. He taps in a lot, but he shoots documentaries. And I met him at the same event that I met the Island Sips guy. And pretty much way northern Florida, they have a like natural springs. I'm not talking about Zephyr Hills. Zephyr Hills is just what they call that stuff. And whatever process they do, I don't even like how Zephyr Hills tastes.
Right.
But this spring, literally, you can get a license for like $250, and that lasts for the entire year. And you can go to the spring and take as much water as you want, like gallons. You can even bottle it and resell it on your own. And all you would need is that license for the $250. And he's like showing me the documentary he did on it. And I'm like, what? Like, this is crazy.
Right.
But this is what a lot of people are doing, is they're going to these springs and then they're just doing their own manufacture process, which is why it tastes different or whatever. And then they're packaging it differently. But that's interesting. I do like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what's your goal within this water stuff? Like, what do you want, or how do other people interact with you with it?
Well, I definitely feel like I need to create more content to bring awareness about it, because that's what it is. People don't know, right? And if you don't know better, you can't do better.
True.
So if I don't push out the content to show like, hey, this is real, if I don't show people like, hey, you could get paid for changing someone's life by changing their water, then I don't know. I just need to.
And so why do you think that the company doesn't advertise the water?
Great question. Because they want people to get paid. for changing their health. They want to compensate people for changing their health.
Mm. And that's like, have you seen the people that created the machine, or is it
Oh
just
yeah,
like a?
they have conventions all the time.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. No, that's dope. That doesn't sound like it. I was about to say, if they're kind of just behind the scene, I don't know how much they're concerned about somebody else's health, but yeah, if they have these conventions all the time, then okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you've been drinking that kind of water for how long?
5 years.
5. Whoa, damn,
Yeah.
5 years, and that's
Mhm.
the only water you drink?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And when I drink other waters, it's like, why? I don't want to, but when I'm in those positions, I have to because I can't be dehydrated.
Yeah.
I'll flare up real quick.
Mm. And so, do you still drink like juice, soda, or anything like that?
I don't drink soda. I drink juice. Yeah. I love me some natural juices.
What? So like apple juice, pineapple juice, but it has to be natural.
Yeah, it has to be natural.
And so when you say natural, you talking about like Minute Maid orange juice natural, or
No.
like
No. Like made fresh from home.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And so, you also mentioned real estate.
Mhm.
And so with real estate, what's your overall goal with real estate?
My overall goal now is to learn how to be a land flipper. But really just want to invest into properties that's going to bring me passive income and just really help more people learn how to have ownership, whether that be land, property, units. I just want to teach people how to own, because renting is cool and all, but if you don't have, passive income coming in or having multiple streams of income coming in on something that you own for yourself, then you're just stuck in the rat race.
And so you using all these terms and reading the books that you read and everything, where do you feel like you develop the mindset to even get into this kind of zone?
Where do I develop the mindset?
Yeah, where did you develop the mindset?
God. God himself, man, because I've came a long way. I used to be doing things I shouldn't be doing, all day, every day. But then I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired of doing the same thing every day, So God was just did a 360 on me. Like, my brand name is called Higher Quality Lifestyle.
Higher Quality Lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it stems from me being high all day with my friends doing nothing. You feel me? And I'm like, okay, how am I going to because my mom used to always tell me, like, you're going to be a bum, like if you keep doing this, you're not going to be anybody in life. So I'm like, okay, how can I switch that? Like, how could I be a successful person that, okay, if I smoke a joint here and there, I won't be considered a bum, So at first it was HIGH Inc., which stands for Help Improve Growth and Health International Nourishing Community.
Say it one more time.
Help Improve Growth and Health International Nourishing Community. But then I just named it Higher Quality Lifestyle to,
Got it. Okay. No, you got a lot of different well-rounded categories. And so wanting to do real estate and getting that passive income, getting that influx of income, real estate isn't, or for most people, isn't like necessarily like someone's end goal, but they do know that it's a heavy money-making force. And so what would you want to invest into the most if you really, or when you really start to take off with the real estate?
What do I want to invest in most? That's a great question. And I feel like I get asked this question, but it changes so much. But really, multifamily units and land.
You want a farm?
Yes, I do want a farm.
Okay.
I want a garden.
Have you ever like practiced farming before or anything?
I've done it with my grandma, but like I haven't done it myself. I'll just be helping, But I have a friend who's a holistic Like she's into the holistic world where she created everything she uses from
Oh wow.
scratch. So I am going to be in her life a little bit more so I can, see what that day to day looks like.
And you want to get to that level though.
Yeah, because it's a lot.
Okay.
To be an extremist like that, to not buy anything from the store, and create everything for yourself.
And how does she look to you? Like lifestyle, body, skin?
As far as her lifestyle and body, everything, she looks great for her age. She's an older woman, but when it comes down to finances, it's not the best, So my thing is, how could I have the finances, have the freedom to do that,
Got it.
Yeah.
No, that's dope. And so if you get to that level, do you think you would stay in South Florida?
Great question. Wow, all these great questions. Really and truly, I feel like I need to explore the world more to really see what will fit me.
United States or international?
International.
What are the top 3 places you want to go?
To visit or to live?
Up to you.
Top 3 places would be Africa, Egypt, and Japan.
Okay. Africa, Egypt, and Japan. You watch anime?
I watched it a few times.
So are we talking mainstream anime or like?
Yeah, mainstream anime.
Okay. So okay, I'm not even gonna go deep into that on that. Okay. So what about Japan? I've never really heard somebody say, "Yeah, I want to go to Japan," unless they really have like a deep passion for Japanese culture.
Yeah, I really enjoy the discipline that they have. Like, I want to see how they do that. Like, why are they like that? And also like the community base. Like, you will never see Japanese people betray their own. Well, I can't say for everybody, but they like to create businesses with their family.
Correct.
They like to build with their family. I feel like Black people need help in that sense.
Definitely do.
Like, we want to do our own thing by ourselves. We want to be the person in power. But Japanese people is like, nah, we're all equal. Just do what you got to do and you get your money. You feel me? So I really respect that about their culture.
Got it. Okay. And so, in the future, do you want to have like kids, married, all that stuff?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. And so would you feel that you want your kids to follow the same path as you?
As far as
like vegan, healthy kind of lifestyle, like certain water, like, to those same levels?
Oh yeah, with the water, they're definitely going to be, I'm going to brainwash them to not drink any water. And the eating part, I'm not going to tell them don't live their life, but as far as at home, they're going to know at home we eating healthy. Like, you could go out, wherever, do whatever you want to do, but at home, this is the standard,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we're coming towards an end in 2023, but what do you feel like you have some goals set for yourself as far as 2024 goes?
As far as 2024, I see myself being more consistent with my morning routine, waking up a bit earlier. Because now I wake up at like 6:30. I want to get back to waking up at 5 a.m.
But let me ask why though? Like, what? Who wants to knowingly do that? Why?
One, to get out my comfort zone. And 2, I feel like I need to, because I'm so young, I need to do that now so that when I'm older, I don't need to,
Okay. And so let me ask the second part of the question now. What time do you go to sleep?
Now that's the thing that plays a role too. Like, I need to sleep earlier. So that's why I want to wake up earlier so I can sleep earlier.
So you're going to sleep now at what time? Like 1, 2?
Yeah, like, it's never really regulated, but it's a problem that needs to be fixed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And what else you got planned for 2024?
Definitely want to create a community of people that can bring value to each other. which is how I think I, attracted Amari into my life as far as building community.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. How long have you known Amari?
I've known Amari for 3 years now.
Okay. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Damari definitely builds community different, but he comes from a great place.
Right.
And even how you throw his events, they're done from an act of I want everybody to win, because there's a lot of winning that happens at his events just naturally. But okay, so your main category being, or your focus on like fitness and health, what would be 3 key pieces of advice that you give somebody wanting to focus on health and wellness?
3 pieces of advice would be to drink more water, and the right water. Mm-hmm. But that's subjective for everybody. But for me, would be Kangen water. Drink more water. Be in the sun. Get your sunlight.
Do you do like grounding?
Yes. That plays a huge role in being in the sun.
So explain grounding. What is grounding a little bit, being in the sun, what that does for you and your body.
So it brings you energy, like just being in the sun, putting your feet in the grass, you are becoming one with earth. Like you're saying that, okay, I could be still and just be like a plant, the same way you was talking about the plant and talking to the plant, right? Mm-hmm. I would go out there and tap into my abundance. I wouldn't be saying, oh, I'm so tired, or no, I feel amazing. I'm thankful. I feel abundant, like I'm thankful for all the amazing people in my life. I'm just basically attracting what I want when I'm grounding.
And so I do want to ask the question now, and I've never had the position to ask it before, but the same way we get the benefits from the sun and everything and grounding, a lot of people, especially nowadays, talk about like things that the moon does. And so would it be the same if you grounded at night or with the moon on like a full moon, or, in the moonlight or whatever? I don't know how it works.
I think it's different. It's different, but it still gives you a source of energy, right? Because we're all energy. Everything is energy. It'll just be a different kind of energy. So like how you see how we could be introverted and extroverted, like the sun is extroverted and the moon is introverted.
Okay.
So it's like, find balance in both.
All right. And what's the third piece of advice?
The third piece of advice is don't stress. No matter what it's about, don't stress.
Okay. So if people wanted to tap in with you, find out more about you, work with you, definitely with the water for sure, where could they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram, well, all socials really, at Kiana, Kiana, St. Louis, STLOUIS.
Absolutely. Well, Kiana, it was amazing having you as a guest on the podcast. Looking forward to just the growth of your business, and definitely interested in the Kangen water. How do you spell that?
Kangen.
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 Okay. Kangen. Mm-hmm. Kangen. Okay, cool. Hey, well, that was another episode of Attractive Mindset. As you can tell, she has an attractive mindset, reading books, grounding, health, wellness, everything, wanting that shmoney, longevity, all of that stuff. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you want to tap in, let us know what else you want to see on this show. And this is your host, Moneybag Rich. And as we always say, we look good, we live good. Life is good. Talk to us, we talk back, and we out.